Alright, how we doing? How are we doing? Well, good day, everybody. All fine humans on the internet, local and beyond. It's me, 5XP. And it's Tuesday, and I don't know about you, but I am supremely unmotivated today. I am having a case of the Mondays. I mean, nothing's going wrong. Nothing's going wrong. I just don't. And you can add whatever you want after the don't. Don't want to get out of bed. Don't want to get dressed. Don't want to do anything. I don't know. I'm in a very meh. I mean, I could do stuff. I just don't want to. It's not depression. It's just, I just don't feel like it. But, like I say, these minis aren't painting themselves, right? These minis are not painting themselves. And I want them painted. And I'm not sending them out to get eBay Pro painted. I could do that myself. What's up, Sticks? How you doing, babe? I'm in betwixt. That's one of my favorite words. Do I work on my lope? Which I know I'm not gonna see on the table for a little bit now. I'm fairly motivated-ish to work on these KX droids, you know, the K2SO from Rogue One and stuff from Fallen Jedi? I don't remember. One of those. So, and there's not going to be much variation in these things. It's just going to be, you know, paint them black gray, paint the blaster black, paint some lights on them, and move on, really. That's just batch painted. Not a lot of pleasure in that one. Yeah, it was not a hard one to put together, the lope. The lope was not hard to put together. But are you seeing what I'm talking about? How it's so light? I mean, really light, and I feel like it's just gonna topple over at any moment. So I really am. Oh, I know, I just got this fixed the way I wanted it. Now I'm gonna have to pop it off here. I'm gonna have to put something in here. I'm gonna have to put something in here to weigh it down. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of depth, so I might have to put it in the sides here, or extend the base. Maybe put something in here. A couple of francs, or lira, or some other out of circulation coin that ain't worth nothing. Or just, what is it? Some washers. Just put a big washer in here, and then put cork on the bottom to extend the base a little bit, so it still lays flat. I don't know, but it's just too light for me. I think in retrospect, knowing what I know now, I think I would base my regular Nukealope heavily in grass or plants, like foliage for the acanthus. Would have, you know, big acanthus plants, you know, all over the base. I think my base as is now has some, but since that's like the whole theme of the lope is that it's trouncy, fun in the grass, looking for acanthus. I might switch that up. All right, decisions have to be made. What am I doing? I'm building. What do I have to build? Forge God. But I'm not gonna get that to the table ever. I have a million survivors I could do. Narrative survivors, narrative sculpts. I've got a couple boxes of Legion to put together yet, but those units I'm not gonna get to the table again forever. I think I've got all the minis for my next couple D&D sessions put together, at least. Man, I'm right in the middle. I'm in the crossroads. All right, let's just keep moving on Antelope then. And maybe if I just get tired of it, I'll switch off. Oh, switch off. I need to paint the hands. Maybe I should focus on the maw. I love how it has the little throat or whatever back there. Back in the back. It's just so cool. This is just such a cool creature. Super well developed creature. Love it. I could come back with some brown tones on the hooves. Yeah, I can do that. I might do that later. So of course I gotta work on the face, the eyes, the mouth, and decide what I'm doing with these fingers. Right, if you remember the other day, these fingers right here. What is to do? Do I just color those like a light bone color? Probably. Since like, you know, they are bone. Yeah, I'll just make sure I highlight them a little bit more. Maybe I should have put the skeleton bone on it to start with and then highlight it more. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm unorganized today. I would say unmotivated. Oh, that's really loud. Let's mute that. And then remember to unmute. I think that was the silly shenanigans last week. Yeah, man, I don't feel like playing WoW. I don't feel like painting. Really just, you know, could go for a bike ride, you know, go touch grass. You know, just relax, go read a book. But the normality is unpopular to my brain today. So I'm skeleton boning these hands. I really didn't know what I was going to do with them at first. I think what I will do is just highlight them, like a lot. But I'm going to get them with the same base as the rest of the horn stuff here. I really do like the way the skeleton bone created the first layer. 3 highlights on all this. I think it's gonna look real good. Real good. There, done painting. Thanks for stopping by. See you guys tomorrow. Man, I've got work to do on the little lady's head that has disappeared. Now, this is probably gonna be blood. But this, I think, is going to be like nuclear waste. It's dripping, burning the acanthus. So maybe I'd go ahead and get in here and start highlighting the inner rib cage a little bit. So that when I put on here's that stuff. The Tesseract Glow, it'll show up a little bit. What was that? Heck yeah, Necro, what's up? 6 months. Hey, Strudel, welcome to the channel. Yeah, stick like it. See you later. I kid. Well, welcome everybody. What are you guys doing today? Necro, you just listening from work, or you just get up, scratch your butt, your pajamas, you know, eat breakfast? You're out on the West Coast, so how you get up this early to watch, I don't understand. I hate mornings. I am not a morning person at all. All right. I think we need to focus on this mouth. I'm just not sure how I want to do that. The original lope, you know, I made nice shiny teeth, of course, then stained them. But with this guy being all nuclearified, I don't know how I want to roll that, do you? What's up, Necro? Thanks. Everybody have a good weekend? I know it's not Monday. It is to me. But Monday's technically part of my weekend. Actually, it is my weekend. Remember when you have kids, you can't have nice weekends. You can't have weekends for yourself. Yeah, man. So, oh, you're right. So this weekend was my boys' hockey tryout weekend, and God bless America. I know hockey's not the only sport that deals with this these days, but there are obvious parents out there that take stuff way too seriously, right? They're just kids, right? None of these kids are going to the show, right? That's the thing, right? None of these kids are going to the show, but it got so political. But anyway, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions, hour and a half each. So we're at the rink the whole weekend, and he did fine. He did fine. It looked like, to me, it looked like he was the best goalie out there. But that's where it got political, right? So, you know, Joey's dad knows Bob's dad, and you know, then I just crap. So anyway, Shay's on a real good team, and my actual teammate is the coach. So I might end up coaching again this year. But yeah, I think we're in a good spot. So Shay's starting goalie, and yeah, it's going to be good. I think we're going to have a good year, especially knowing that the coaches have his well-being at heart instead of just using the goalie as a piece of equipment. Get back in net. I hate it. Okay. Do I want to do? I'm just stumped right now. Do I want to go red like an OG lope and then nuclearize it, or do I want it to already kind of be like this open green pulsating nuclear mouth thing, right? I'm between two minds. Between two minds right now. Oh man, so go on Amazon, just look up what magnifiers, right? Just cheap Chinese, just flimsy things, right? You know, multiple different focals or optics. I think this one's what, 2 times? I think 2 times. I think it goes up to 3 or 4 times, and then have some smaller ones. Not quite, you know, jeweler loop, but nice enough. But man, there's no reason to strain your eyes. My eyes aren't that good much anymore anyway, so I sure as hell don't want to strain them. Great question. So what I think I want to do, instead of red, I think I'm gonna go in and kind of paint all these little rib bones white. Just get a line to highlight, the top raised edge of each one of those along the sides as well. Then go in with the green, right? Do that green tesseract glow, and then come in back over the way. Yeah, I have to do another layer of white. Oh, sure. And then come back with the neon, maybe around the edges and the little drip stuff here. I just don't know how to look. Only one way to find out, right? So what brings you to the channel, Strudus? Are you a KDM fan? Are you just mini painting? Are you just looking for something to watch? You have the unfortunate circumstance of knowing one of the other people on the channel. I kid. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, what do I want to throw here? Yeah. I was a little lazy as well. I didn't put away Kingdom Death until just like 20 minutes before going live. I feel like I have excuses. You know, with the whole thing, like, and then my girl had 2 games this weekend. I missed one. Boy, her team sucks. She's playing football. She's a center back. I think she's got really great ability. She'll definitely play high school. But her current coach is an absolute buffoon. He's just a gym teacher. You know, he's just there like, make sure everybody has fun, make sure everybody plays the same amount. So we lose every game like 6-1, 6-2. It's just awful. I don't see how he thinks the girls enjoy getting their asses beat every freaking game. And he knows absolute nada about the game. So it's just a game of kickball. Get the ball, kick it up the field. Oh my god, oh my dear lord, it hurts me so much to watch. And he's one of those, I don't know, narcissistic, egotistical guys. Like, he asked for help last year, so I jumped in and helped. And he was immediately intimidated by my breadth of knowledge of the sport and being a coach already. That he just came up to me. It's just like, actually, I don't think it's gonna work out. Because he just didn't like, I don't know, me stepping on his turf or something. I don't know. That was ridiculous. Kids' sports are so stupid. Why do I even get them engaged in it? 'Cause it's healthy in their development. What a pain, though. Also had another weird thing happen this weekend. So it was Saturday night. I was planning to go out because I was invited to with some teammates to go watch Philly versus Pittsburgh, Game 1, Stanley Cup playoffs. But by the end of the day, after being at the rink all day, I just wanted to go to bed. My 5-year-old was having a day, so I took her up to the bedroom, turned on Mary Poppins, OG Mary Poppins, not the new one, and just, you know, tried to get her to calm down and go to bed. Right as I'm about to fall asleep, like an hour later, my biggest comes in and says that her friend has lost their dog. Their dog has escaped. And she's gonna go, or she wants to know if she can go help look for it. And I'm just like, yeah, sure. Whatever. That's a nice, friendly thing to do. And then I ask, like, oh, wait, which friend? And I'm like, and she tells me, and I'm like, oh, great. So, some backstory. This poor family lost their father to like real quick brain cancer. Like they found out and then he was gone basically. And that just happened a couple months ago. And 3 kids, and now this dog is, it's old dog, old golden retriever, blind, deaf, just on its last leg. But the kids are like, we just lost our dad, we can't lose our dog. Like it just was one of those things like, oh my god, it's just breaking my heart, I can't. So got out of bed and spent the next like 4 hours running around the neighborhood, not to make light of it. I mean, I can, because the dog was found the next day, because it was picked up by the dog catcher and taken to the pound. But and they found it. But have you ever tried searching for a dog? It's blind, and deaf, in the pitch black middle of the night. It's impossible. It's impossible. Oh my goodness. So apparently when they found out the dog was missing, it had already been picked up by the dog catcher. So all of us, like me and my car, and then my biggest kid, flashlight, like 6-7 people, walking around the neighborhood with flashlights, me in a car driving around. Dog's not even there. Dog's already in the pound, but we didn't know. And the kids are just crying their eyes out, just like, oh, what a miserable Saturday night. But all's well that ends well. Dog was found. Just some concerned citizen called the causes and had it picked up earlier, so that was nice. But my goodness, what an emotional roller coaster. But yes, thanks Necro. We are painting the Screaming Nukealope from Kingdom Death. Monster vignette of death for the same monster. And hello to you, Let Drunk Bruce. Cool name. Anyway, so right now I'm going in and I'm kind of highlighting the, whether it's actual bone, obviously I feel like there's red skin on top of it, throat muscles or whatever, but I want to highlight it when I do my little green washy thing here, my next green paint. I want those to stand out a bit more. But yeah, the Screaming Antelope. Basically, this one's a super ultra charged one. That is kind of the story we came up with last week. Because we came up with our own stories. This one's kind of been like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It's been secretly used. So it's now super mega ultra colossal. And its mouth is dripping acid, which is kind of like turning, or like burning the acanthus plant and turning it like green flame. I don't know. We're making our own story with it, but whatever. It's fun. It's fun. So yeah, just doing a little pre-treatment. Yeah. Be a lot of... I honestly don't know when I'm gonna get that thing to the table. So much going on. But we'll have plenty of time to play with it before Campaigns of Death comes out. That's the thing I'm looking forward to the most, not necessarily all the other campaign-y bits. But being able to use my sorry, it's not COVID brain, I'm just focused on other things. Like my Gorm, if I can get my old Gorm to get to the table a little bit more, I'd really like that. Alright. I'm not a doctor. What's that thing in the back of your throat that wobbles? The thing that's always in all the cartoons. What is that thing? I'm highlighting that one, even though it's not one of these little like bony bits. I want to make sure that gets highlighted. So, Necro, are you home? You back? You all, unpacked, sorted, relaxing? How long were you out there? Out wherever. Wherever your bro is. Throw a speed bag. At least it is in all the cartoons, right? That's why we don't know what it's called, because it's just a comical thing in cartoons. And you gotta tell me. Oh, got back Monday. Nice. You gotta tell me what year you finished. Did you TPK? Did you? I don't know. Just tell me how your game went. Inquiring minds just got to know. Yeah? Well, I'm glad you had a blast. It's Kingdom Death Monster, how could you not? Really? Nice. Who's your favorite so far? Who's your favorite survivor? You got anybody? A Sally? Some secret fighting arts? Or some campaigns where you don't have a survivor, you just have whoever is wearing this particular set of armor. I don't know if this is bright enough to get in there and make a difference. Tell you what, I think I am going to go ahead and paint the teeth and hands before I go crazy with the green. But I actually want to do a test. Now this stuff I have not used yet, so you know what that means. It'll go great. Tesseract. Tesseract Glow Technical. This was on the get it out of my store rack. Oh, that looks delicious. That looks great. Alright, what does that look like? Yeah, maybe. Later, as in Christian. 3 accuracy bow spec, 5 strength. He's amazing. Anytime, I mean, bow spec people are awesome. Just high strength bow spec people are freaking awesome. That actually is gonna look amazing. Come on, Aziz. I think that's gonna be almost exactly what I'm looking for underneath. May have to come back. I don't know. Maybe it's like another layer on top. I don't know. But I think highlighting those little ribs was the correct thing to do. Oh yeah, that's giving me a very nuclear waste, you know, reactive type of maw. Exactly what I'm looking for. Do you have any special bows for that person to use, or you just got like catgut? Why am I blanking? What's a phoenix bow? What the hell is that one called? Wow. Oh yeah, I don't think it's COVID, I just don't think my brain's turned on today. Arc bow? Yeah, I think it is arc bow. I think it is arc bow. All right, I'm gonna come in with the, oh, that needs white. I'm gonna go and do the teeth and hands so that they can have a base coat. But I gotta highlight the green goo that's coming out first. Looks like all of it's kind of just down here on the bottom. And that's fine. All right. All right. Probably just gonna do skeletal bone, or yeah, probably skeletal bone. Really? Or do I want, dang it, do I want like a pearly white smile with like ivory to really make the green pop a little bit more? Oh, for why so many questions? So many questions. All right. Beast Hunter armor 2. Which is Warlord? What am I missing? It's Warlord. Or is there another kind of base for teeth that I want? Oh, yeah, well, that's why I don't recognize it. I certainly haven't even looked through my Lion Knight stuff. I actually don't remember why I got it. I think it might have just been on a sale. I was just like, well, I think that's like the last one I need to complete my set, because I'm a stinking completionist. And I have never used it. but it's going to be in the next campaign, so I appreciate you guys getting some reps with Lion before I do, so you guys can be like, no, dude, what are you doing? Don't do that. Do this. That's not how that works. This is how it works. And I can just be like, oh, there you go. Without having to have a comment on the video later. That's not how it works. Alright, so I'm going in and I'm just kind of base coating a little bit. The teeth. Just so there's a little bit of teeth color underneath the green. That's gonna come in. Right. I will need to kind of go back over some campaign notes. So I've got a D&D game on Saturday. This Saturday. No Kid has a sporting event. Thank goodness. There's no Formula 1 this weekend. I've got no hockey this weekend. So it's just like, if you guys are free, let's do it this weekend. And surprisingly, I got a, yeah, I'm free from everybody. So that's major. So now I have to remember what the hell happened last time. Get my story straight. Because if I don't have my story straight, ooh. That's gonna be a fun night. Thought about just saying screw it and doing like an old school Curse the Azure Bonds. Like, yeah, I don't remember what happened last time, but you guys wake up in a totally different city with no memory of the last week. Just gotta do a forced reset. Forced reset on them. It's been especially hard to get the group going recently because one of my buddies is a head ref or a seasoned ref at the like robotics competition, and it's robotics season, so like he's got to go to all the events, he's got to go to all the referee meetings and stuff, and so his schedule is like absolutely bonkers. Usually means we can't get anything going. And it's a do-a-bid. So we're catching them in a weekend where they just had a tournament here in Indianapolis. I think it's like something First Robotics. I can't remember. I'm not actually a part of it, so I don't remember. Feel bad. I'm a bad friend for not remembering the name of the robotics like group or whatever. I'm a bad. Anyway, it's really cool. It's not BattleBots. It's like, think of like Rube Goldberg, if you're familiar with that. Where, you know, they're given like a challenge and they have to build a robot that can do it and do it better than the other robots. And then there's like an arena game that, you know, it's maybe the game is you have to collect, you know, squares and build a tower, right? And then, of course, other teams are building robots that do the same thing. But maybe their strategy is to knock your tower over. So you got to make sure your robot can defend against other robots knocking their tower over. Or, you know, I'm just making this crap up as I go along, but that's, and then there's a big, like, how many blocks did your tower have? And, you know, all that kind of stuff. How fast did you do it? And all this kind of stuff. So it's not quite BattleBots where there's not, like, I think it's spinning blades and hammers and stuff where they're trying to destroy robots and you're trying to score points doing tasks. It's pretty cool. It's actually up on Twitch. You know what? I should post a link. But it's mostly like high school kids or college kids doing it. It's actually pretty cool. Let me go see if I can't find a link. I will post a link. Probably post a link in Discord too. It's pretty cool. I just have to remember where. Dear. What is that group called? I don't want to say it's something like Indiana First. Yeah, First Indiana Robotics. There you go. Check that out if you're interested. First Indiana Robotics, and they just had a tournament. Whether they have videos up right now? Yeah, they got some videos up there for anybody that's interested in kind of what they do. It's pretty fun. So watched a bit of that to support him this weekend. Trying to remember what the group was last doing. I just had an encounter with Green Dragon, and they kind of just maybe barely came out of that one alive. The dragon flew away because it was pre-planned that it would do it at half hit points. But I think it did a bit more damage to them than they were really expecting. And their strategy wasn't really the greatest either, but yeah, I'm not going to tell them how to do their job. I don't railroad. And I am not a nice game master. Player death is not. Our player death is heard of. It is. It will and can happen. One of my favorite player deaths of all time was when I set up a trap on this door. And this barbarian is like, I'll open the door. And the thief, you know, they didn't know there was a trap on the door. The thief, he pushes him aside and says, "No, I got it." They opened the door and my arrow of thief slaying killed him instantly. The whole room just jumped up screaming. Just laughing so hard. The thief's just sitting there staring into the distance because he really loved that character. No way to revive. Instant death. Would have been fine. Would have just done 1d6 damage to the barbarian. Would have been just fine. Nobody would have even noticed it was an arrow of thief slaying. But then he just pushed him right out of the way. He said, I got this. Watch how a professional opens his door. Oh my god, it was so funny. Obviously, the door was locked, right? And then the thief was like, I'll unlock it. Anyway. Hilarious. I don't even think that's one of those you had to be there to enjoy it. Just I think you can visualize the hilarity of the moment. Haven't had to kill anybody in this campaign yet. Had to. You guys play tabletop RPGs at all, or are you guys just board gamers? There are quite a few RPG elements in Kingdom Death. But it's very anti-character, right? Because you don't want to get tied to... You don't want to get tied down or you don't get too involved in your characters because they die too often. That's why my wife won't play the game with me. She hates it. It's like, oh yay, we just got Joey a sword. Yay, I like Joey. Joey dies. I hate this game. Does he come back? No, he's dead. Ooh. Jesus, Grandpa, what'd you read this thing to me for? You mean the bad guy wins? So I'm kind of curious if I need to do multiple coats or highlighting on these teeth if the green is going to kind of, you know, overtake it, be a little overpowering. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, just need to base coat it and let the green do its thing. Well, tonight I'll boot up the game I'm gonna play this week. Let's kind of get just a little familiar with it, little controls and whatnot. Player Obscure Expedition 33. Never played it, total blind playthrough, but it's been on my I want to know what this game's about list for a bit. And I know it's got Shadowheart. I know she won an award for it. Whoever the voice actress is that did Shadowheart and Baldur's Gate. So it's got a bunch of awards, so it can't be complete and utter dog shit. Be very interested, you know, if that game's fun. Hopefully 'tis. You know, I never got a reply from Spooky Doorway when I said, you know, you guys did a great job on Seance. So that's a bit of a bummer, but yeah, whatever. They're like, who's this jackwagon, bitch? Delete. You're like, oh, hurt my feelings. I think that's probably a simple enough base coat. Now for the hands. I think my other lope, they were pretty fleshy. I think I want a little bit more tanned flesh this time with maybe a couple highlights. I don't know. I'm feeling more of the tanned. Yeah, look. Yeah, three different bottles. Old, you know, oldest, old, newer. I should do a whole paint refresh. Hey, somebody sponsor me. All right, what do we got? See, these hands are not gonna get greenified. These will, and those will. These will not. These will not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start with some tanned flesh. Am I gonna need the multi-tool for this one? It's been a while since I've used tanned. Maybe I should have mixed that up a little bit. Bit chunky. Anybody else out there painting right now? What are you painting? Did you build your survivors as well? After you built your Nukealope? Or are you gonna wait till, you know, somebody makes that armor? So you're gonna make that vignette, guys? This paint is definitely... Alright, I might have to switch up. I think this paint needs some flow improver and another hour on the vortex. I know. Oh yeah? Well, welcome to the channel. Got a squad, you got a group that follows you around. An entourage. This is me and my homies. We're here to crash the party. We're here to play some drinking games. Yeah, this did not mix well. Are your homies robots? Yeah, did you build your survivors that came with the lope, or did you just build the monsters? No shame, I just build monsters for the most part. Yeah, that's something I need to commit to doing, is putting a head on my ash root. Or headless ash root. I like the intimacy couple. I like the, you know, their swords, but hardly any armor, right? I like the starting survivors and use them till I start getting some more weapons. Then intimacy couple, old man Joe. You know, then yeah, I like having the early ones. But then after that, it's kind of like, whatever. Does the model have something that I can easily identify it as who I want on the table? Great. You're on. And then after, or deeper in the campaign, I might make a model for somebody specific. Like what we did last time with Sally. Enter Nico Twilight armor, which was super cool. Then our, what is it? That maul we got, the two-handed, yeah, the two-handed mace. It wasn't Thunder Maul. It's the Croc. Made a mini for that one. I think that's the only reason we were able to get so far. That may save the campaign. I bet there's a nerf for it coming down the pike. Yes, there's another thing. It's just like, if I spent time on that blood glass stuff, I'd be real happy. Then that'd make me want to play Croc more. I don't want to play Croc more. He hurts me. Maybe there's still some PTSD from Crockage. Recent Crockage. I'll get over it. Just give me some time. We're gonna have to figure out how soon, how early in the game do we want to go up against Giga Lion and Nukealope. I don't know if I want to rush towards that, to be honest. If I'm being honest. I feel like rushing towards those is... Like maybe we should have a Screaming Armor set before we go after him. You know what I mean? What do I do with that? And my gut's inclined to agree with your gut. I don't know if I want cat armor, but yeah, it's just not mixing well. But like, you know, lope and leather. Yeah, lots of people say that. I think now that I've gotten enough time on Croc, like I said, it's gone down on my list. But I want to get more Frog Dog game time, because I feel like that could potentially have Gorm in its sights as far as something I could enjoy as a Node 1 campaign starter. I think there's enough interesting stuff happening with Frog Dog that might dethrone Gorm. But again, that's why I'm hoping for Campaigns of Death to come in and give some of these old 1.5ers a new lease on life. As they say. As they say. If you've got Croc, you'll be just fine for a while. It's just one of the. I'm only running one campaign at a time. There's just too many monsters now, and it just makes me wonder what the heck my games are gonna look like going forward with all these new freaking monsters coming out. I'm never gonna get any of them to the table. Like, I will not be able to play the game that much. There's more content than I could possibly ever use, it feels like, coming down. We shall see what become my favorites and my least favorites. I think it's all gonna be up to what they do with Campaigns of Death and Silver City and Abyssal Woods. Like, are these campaigns that group certain monsters together, are they going to trump traditional you pick 'em type campaigns? I don't know. We just might like Abyssal Woods so much that I always play with Spidey and nothing else, you know. I don't know. We're just gonna find out when it happens. Silver City just feels so lofty of expectations. Yep, I just don't know. Don't know. I don't want to say anything or do anything until it comes out. But man, when that comes out, we're going to be running all the mini campaigns that thing has on the channel. All the 5-year, all the, you know, the 10 years. We'll be doing lots of that. We'll be testing all the combinations. Should be a lot of fun. My negative Nancy side, though, tells me we're going to have another big holdup on development deployment coming up. As they realize that the updates and things they want to do are going to require not just an update card pack, but it's going to be another, like, you know, another big box or medium box like 1.5 was to 1.0 users. And then they're gonna stop other stuff until that gets out, or it's just, oh my god, I just have a fear that something like that's gonna happen. It'd be great for new users, or whatever. Actually, I don't think it'll be good for anybody. Because new people will have to wait for stuff to come out because old people need to get their game updated. The things I'm hearing have to be in a card pack. There's a stinking lot right now. Screw typos. I'm not even talking typos. I'm just talking like things that are needed or weren't included, or like confusing bits, or upgraded this or that, or I don't know. Typos are annoying, but they're not horribly game breaking, especially that's the part of the meta of Kingdom Death. Okay. The game says that I'm awarded a blue nuclear missile. Okay, cool. I can't find blue nuclear missile anywhere. It's because it's not blue nuclear missile. But it's blue nuclear projectile. And it's not gear, it's a secret fighting art revealing. You're not looking in the right spot. This game does that. Cracks me up. Didn't they just have a typo recently in like their brand new stuff? Can't remember which one it was, whether it was the delusion or illusion, or if it was... Oh, it was the brand new Forge Priest. The brand new Pillar Forge Priest, I think is what it was. It's just like... with this card, you get node or load. It's just like they couldn't even get that right. A lodestone or a node stone. It's like, oh my good gravy. How am I gonna reach that? I might as well get her face. Probably should have gone a little bit paler. I don't know. Maybe it's a fresh head. I'll do detail on it later. Poor girl. Yeah. I don't feel bad if it's April. I feel real bad. Alright, but that does make me wonder, is there a way we can make it her? Right, that'll be our tie-in. Right, she's obviously, we can't use the yellow jumpsuit. What was so special and unique about her? Kind of like reddish hair, but that's it. Lipstick. Yeah, there's no like identifying facial things, right? I mean, I can do red hair. Red hair's no problem. But I'm not seeing, yeah, lipstick, red hair. Her eyes are closed, so does she wear like eyeshadow? I don't think so. No. So I think just like, yeah, that reddish brown hair will be enough for us to know. We'll know. Yeah, now I kind of want to test the Tesseract glow on the teeth. With, you know, just the base colored teeth and see what the heck. Ooh, that's gonna pop. Oh, that's excellent. I love that. I don't know if you can see what it's doing to the teeth. But yeah, that's really what I'm looking for. So I really don't think I'm gonna have to do anything besides base coat those teeth. Just basically slap it on. Get a big old brush, slap it on, and watch it do its thing. But we'll do that after I come back. I'm gonna take a little siesta, go walk around, do some wall sits, warm this knee up, and I will be back. All right. Let's set it right there. All right, but yep, I'll be back in just a few, and then we will continue. So I will catch you guys just a couple minutes. Now I haven't bought the Forge Priest. That wasn't the reason why. I just haven't bought it yet. Any white boxes and stuff, I might just pick up at Gen Con or wait a year. You know, because now I get anything that comes out now, you're not going to get on Black Friday. They've made that clear. Or any discount, it's going to have to be the next year. A lot of the stuff that's been coming out, I don't feel like any reason to get. Knowing that I've got Screaming God coming, that's going to be a massive box. We just got Pariah that I have not gotten to the table, besides, you know, the Gen Con plays. Red Witches we had in the last campaign, but we died before we got to the Triple Witch. So there's so much of the content that we've gotten recently that I haven't been able to play with enough yet. So, you know, I feel like I'm okay with the cadence of their deliveries, because it gives me time to get some more plays. All right, so what was the plan here? I think we're going to do a deluge of Tesseract throughout this whole area. And then these little drips things they're gonna get the kind of neon. Boy, this settles so fast. I don't know if you can see that, but the difference between this and that, it just settles way too fast. Yeah, let's get a bigger brush. I don't like it when it foams up like that. And I want his maw, because the last one you had to kind of look underneath to look at the maw. This one, I want the maw to be like one of the first things you look at, or the first things you want to see. It's like, what is that? Oh man. Yeah. The core has so much content. People just don't realize. They're like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this, and I gotta get that too, and that, and that, and that. Be like, whoa, hold on there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pump the brakes. Now, how much do I want to get on here? Oh yeah, I guess we're going full Monty. This thing is getting fully doused. Tesseract green. Oh, that's great. And I'm gonna let it kind of go out a little bit past the teeth to create a little bit of it's just like the zone of influence. It's not just the teeth, it's like the whole area around it. So paint between the lines, not so much right now. We're pushing past. Hells yeah. Got a little bit too much on that little dribble. Dang, that looks great. In my opinion. Like my opinion. And I'm actually kind of surprised how little of this I used. I thought I was gonna just lace it. But this is the same stuff that I'm gonna be using around the the muscle bits as the glow area around it. So I have to highlight white first, then put the neon between the muscles to, so it's because this whole area I want it to be emanating out. But this I'm liking. I'm gonna go straight to this for the little drips. And see where that puts us. Trying to do it while it's wet to really make sure it blends in better. I'm gonna try to just gloop it on real heavy and let gravity kind of do a little bit of work as well. Make it a little bit more natural of a drip. Probably can't see it so well, but oh well. I think just like the plants below, I'm gonna need a layer or two on top. It's pretty this is actually pretty gormy right here. This this whole mouth, this wretch. retching middle. Apparently the last time I painted, I got some green on his leg. Of course I did. Of course I did. I think I'm gonna be happy with this. I think it gets the image across for me. You know, the idea I was looking for, the acidity for blood stuff. Yeah, my Black Friday shopping list is whatever brown boxes with beta content come up, or large statues, things like that. I like it when I can get old things that aren't in, you know, print anymore. But recently, it's I think maybe the last 2 Black Friday sales, I've only gotten just the tiniest amount of stuff because I already have everything. But we might have to get a list of stuff for Discord, and you know, if people are looking for stuff, you know, boots on the ground, whether it's me or other people, can maybe find something. You never know, sometimes they have reprints or boxes, because their Gen Con inventory is in like a warehouse here somewhere in Indy, and they just open it up and put the stuff on the shelf. You never know what they're gonna have, really. Not really sure what else I want to do with this guy today. I can test out what white looks like through the muscly bits. I think this is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to go through and panel line it, basically. Kinda wish I had ink. A real flowy white ink, but I do not. What have I got that is good for panel lines? your tip is left. So what I'm doing right now is I'm throwing a little white in there to really highlight, because this was the test with just green. I don't think it was quite enough. GCE on Black Friday, Gambler's Chest, is a huge win on Black Friday if you can get it. There is so much content in that. It's ridiculous. You know, some people aren't a big fan of some of the monsters in it. You know, some people aren't a big fan of Smog Singers. Or, like me, I've got some beef with the croc. But, man, there's so much in there. Atnus, I really kind of wish Atnus could get to the table more. I really thought about bringing Atnus into this current campaign. I really did. I thought he could be really fun. Oh gosh, man, I couldn't imagine what I would have, it would have been, what is it? What's that, like, analysis paralysis. It had just sat there and stared at all the plastic with no direction, nowhere to go, no idea how to start. Yeah, that would have been nuts. Again, I haven't gotten the king to the table either. We did it once and got our asses handed to us because it was a level 3 and we didn't build up. Another reason why this campaign is so difficult, when you get to the end, there is no level 1. There's no building upon previous year's success against a nemesis or anything. So playing with all new nemesises that seem to build upon each visitation was difficult. Difficult to add those people, even if they are cool and new. Since you don't get to visit, you don't get to visit. Oh, that's too much, too thick. My idea is that I only need a little bit of white in order to make the neon pop. We'll see how it goes. Adding a little bit of white to the eyes. Make sure they pop. They're probably going to be the same as my last one, which is a little bit of red base or something with maybe like Eandon yellow. Maybe just Eandon yellow. That stuff's fun. It's like an orange yellow. Really adds depth on spheres. Yeah, I'm just worried that I'm messing it up, but whatever. It's just fine. I'm gonna come in. Remember how the Dragon King? Oh, I don't know if you were here for the Dragon King, but during its thing, which I won't spoil, it radiates through things. So I'm thinking about maybe putting it through this little like rib cage thing. Or do I want to just leave that kind of to fade into obscurity and focus everything right here? Yeah, I actually think I like that. I want it to be a real top-down grabber and not so much. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't. Again, man, we were talking about it on Discord. I don't want to spoil stuff. That's part of the fun. That's one of the reasons I don't like to stack deck. Not stack decks. That's not the word. When I get a monster, I don't look. I don't look at the cards, like the AI cards, the hit location cards. I go completely blind, and I learn to fight the monster through playing the monster. I don't look up strategies. I don't. Yeah, it's just not fun for me. I would rather fail miserably. And if I don't find it, if I don't see it, if I don't make the connection, I don't make the connection. You know, and then maybe the next time I do. So I feel like that just adds to the replayability. I hate puzzles. I hate puzzle games. So treating this like a puzzle, that would absolutely ruin it for me. It would absolutely suck the fun out of it, and it would become fungicide. pillar of fun. Alright, I do need to come back and... I might just wash those hands. Haha, wash the hands. But let's get... While that's drying, I'm gonna do a little bone highlighting. My skeletal go. Right? Yeah, when you get it, you're like, got it! You know, like, boom. Nailed it. Now I got it. Oh, I'm gonna set that up. That combo, boom, and then the combo hits, you know, when you figured it out, and you're just like, whoop, yeah! That's a great feeling. It's a lot of fun. And there is no guarantee that any of the solutions or strategies you come up with are going to come into play each time you fight the monster. The AI deck is different, your equipment is different, your disorders are different. That's why I like the game so much. Replayability. Yeah, if I were playing the same game every day, that'd be boring. What do I need? Again, everybody, thanks for checking us out today. I'm 5XP and we're painting, well, currently we're painting the Nukealope of Kingdom Death Monster board game. If you like what you see, hit that follow, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, that whistle, whatever. Let me know, or to let you know when I'm out here next and what I'm doing. Today we're painting. Thought I might build something because I just didn't know what I felt like when I woke up this morning. But I'm glad I'm painting. Glad you guys motivated me to paint instead of build. I don't need any more built stuff right now. I need to paint. Thought it was real cool that we got to do a vote for our, you know, partnership. You know, using the beta content and then doing a little vote off. Only a couple people voted, but hey, that's more than none. So that we get a fun new way to build partnership in the Kingdom Death campaign on Fridays. Curious how that's going to work, though. Like, are we actually going to get it to work the way that we are kind of dreaming, anticipating? It's a lot of endeavors required to make that happen, while also needing those endeavors for, you know, the regular game. You know, getting people purified and whatnot. Curious if I'm gonna be able to do that. And with death principle, I'm just not sure what really makes the most sense. Everybody loves cannibalism. I like cannibalism to a point. Getting more resources is good. But I don't know, I think this whole kind of theme we're doing, it's very family. Very family. Maybe we do graves. And we do kind of like a thematic, you know, more of a family type style settlement instead of traditional stuff. You crunched the math? Alright. Oh, you like them all? I like them all. Very toxic. So what does the math say? Oh, really? What happens if somebody, dare I say, kicks the bucket? Does that put wrenches in our plan? Feels like it would. It's like one of my favorite plan scenes of movies is Big Lebowski. It's like, no, that fucks up our plan. Like, well, your plan was so great, Walter. The undies. The whites. Six for sun dipping. 6 more, right? Yeah, just remember that I don't like to min-max things, so it might not be perfect when we get there. What they say about best laid plans. You never know what's gonna happen every year. Who the hell knows? But it's a good plan to have. I like it. We'll see what we can do. There we go. I like the tail more highlighted now. Ow. 6 survivors that are not partners, that are purified and not partners. Yeah, right on. Purified is more important than partnered. if we have bonus for partners, that's just gonna make it even better. But then we need, you know, endeavors to do intimacy, to create lineage. That's a lot of stinking endeavors, right? And forced into survival of the fittest will make, it just handcuffs us a little bit. It was not a choice, it's a game design. Forced into survival of the fittest. All right. Time to play with horns up top. Yeah, imagine doing Protect the Young and was it Graves or whatever? Just popping kids out every year, like 3 kids. That'd be nuts. Wait a minute, where's the other finger? Oh, it's hiding over there. There we go, now that actually looks even better. Is that highlighted enough? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's good enough. At least it's recognizable. See, me, like, I'm more excited about the equipment we can make this year, or this campaign. Specifically, Nukealope and Gigalion. Yes, I'm excited. I am excited because I've never been able to make those items before, so playing the game to like work off of those 2 creatures is really my goal. Alright, Phoenix, man, we can do him once in a while. Hate that dick. What a jerk. Don't invite him to parties, he just ruins parties. But Gigalion, just having Gigalion and Nukealope should dramatically change the feel of the core campaign. And I am forcing it. There's no, I know you can level, you may hunt a level, whatever, level 2 that it not be Nukealope, but Bolshevik, we're not playing that way. If we want to go on a level 2 for a nuke or for a lope, it will be a nuke. That is the way it is. Keep keeping us honest. Oof. Did not cut the sprue very well, and that mold line. Oh. Well, yeah, that no good. Hopefully I can make it so that it's not too visible. Yeah, no armor with heavy. Ah, a little too much. Yeah, it's really making the antlers stand out. I like it. What you got? Is there any new armor pieces from the vignettes? Yeah, and of course, because I put everything away, it's all downstairs, and I can't show you. There's armor and weapons for the monsters. They come with little, oh, you saw them, they come with little cards that I just put in the sleeve for the rest of the settlement location. Oh, right, maybe Nukealope doesn't. I don't know. Dude, I don't remember. I don't remember. Pretty sure they do. Yeah, what's this guy know? Shh. I'm feeling loads better though. I'm feeling loads better. But I'm still not entirely sure how I want to go about doing his face. Because it's all like decaying and stuff. Alright, no, we went through like a... Whether I do this today or not, I think this is what we ended up with, like... Something like that? No way. Dang. Shoot, I can't remember what we had. Ah. Anyway, like some boily stuff for his face. Pulling, because like his flesh is getting ripped off. There you go. Like it's like falling. Little pustules around his eyes and stuff, and you can see the inside of his mouth. Gross. Grossville. Alright, so let's put that aside. We're gonna play with this. I'm gonna see what this looks like. I think that's gonna look better. How does that look? Is it coming through on the camera? Eh, not so much. What's happening? Well, going going back over the white with the fluorescent. Trying my best not to paint other things. Trying to stay in the lines. That's what's happening. Whether I'm doing a good job or not, we'll find out soon enough. I'm turning that off. That was awful. 8-bit shenanigans. Yeah, it's really not. I mean, the light makes it look like I've not done anything at all. But I like it so far. Trying to figure out how much of this will need some Tesseract glow in betwixt. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's doing what I want or not. I think I'm gonna have to wait till the end. Yeah, by then we'll just be stuck with it. That was poor. But yeah, I've got my tongue stuck in my teeth, solidly concentrating. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, whatever it ends up being, it's what it is. Get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Not sure if I want to bring the green up to his face, though. I'm thinking about just leaving the green on the chest. Actually, the camera's making it look very white in some. It's like it's almost like filtering out the green. It's weird. It's weird. And I think you're probably right. It does. The mouth does look a bit more toxic than radioactive, but it's still the effect that I'm trying to get. Hmm. I'll stab myself with the Nukealope's horns. Genius I am. Getting a second coat of the green in there. I think it really ties the room together. Makes it darker. Like to hide that white, any white, if I can. Yes, you should paint. That seems like something that didn't need to be stated. Do you think I should eat today? Yes, you should eat today. And paint. Alright, the second coat of fluorescent green is doing a good job here. Then I think what I'm gonna have to do is come back through with that Tesseract green heavily in these crevasses. Oh, I forgot to get his goat tea. Okay. Dung beetle work, huh? Your flower night is finished. Finished. Like done. Well, when all your core monsters are done, kind of all that's left are all the knights. All right, I'm gonna take a moment, take a break. What time is it? Yeah, 12:30. Take a quick little break, and I will be back. You love the knights. Yeah, all my knights are needing to be rebased. I have to. They're gray. They're on crappy plastic bases. Yeah, I've got a lot of work. Got a lot of work to do. Anyway, I will catch you guys in just a few moments. Where was I? All right, is this going to do what I think it's going to do? Sure looks like it. So with a fatter tipped brush, I'm coming in through to give it a little bit of expulsion through the pores. Yeah, I think that's gonna look like the way I want it. Oh yeah. Excuse me, oh yeah! I want to turn it around. That was a bit fat, wasn't it? Oh well. Now, that's giving me the effect that I wanted in the beginning. Yay! He did it, he did it, he did it. Alright, now where do I go from here? Alright, so. Toxic, corrupted, Chernobyl. I gotta do something with the hands. But now I think I'm gonna have to start focusing on the face. Like, what was it, that crusted sore? Actually, I think it was like crusted sore, orc blood, forbidden fruit. I think that was my idea. Yeah, I haven't I haven't used these in a while. This one's brand new though, so this one shouldn't be too bad. Let's take a look at this guy again. Wazzies. I gotta get in there in his little mouth area. I'm tempted to put green in his mouth. I'm just not sure. Just wasn't planning on making the green come up to his face. I'm just kind of you know, making it look like he's thickly on the inside, but you know, and make his face look like he's just, you know, Ebola-ing, you know, cracking and bleeding out. I don't know. I might have to add some green. What do you guys think about that? I try not to. Multi-tool. We can't start with a crusted store base. Trying to figure out what I want to do with this. That kind of looks like it's open as well. And there's one other thing I have to figure out what to do with. All across his body are these veins. These like varicose veins or whatever they're called. Just protruding. I'm not sure what to do with those. I might just give him a little gray highlight. But I am not sure what I should do with it. But yeah, it just gives, this guy just gives the look that his face is melting off. It's not particularly a pleasant thing to think about. Oh, and I need to get inside his ear. Yeah, if you look, it's like his lower jaw area. It's pulling away from his mouth. The skin around his face. Grossville. Getting his nasal passageway as well. This almost looks like a tumor. If I didn't know any better, that's probably just his jawbone. I don't know. I can maybe make it a tumor. It's a tumor. Here.
If it's empty again, I don't wanna feel your cold, cold hands. I don't wanna spend another night alone again.
Probably just work on his face a little bit and call it a day. What time is it anyway? What time? till 1 Eastern Standard Time, Indianapolis time. I feel like I made some good progress. Any progress is good progress. What am I talking about? What are we looking here? Progress is progress. Oh, these new bottles are a lot harder to squeeze. So tomorrow we're going to start the new game that I hear so much about. The Clear Obscure 30 or Expedition 33, which is my favorite number. And I love Final Fantasy games. I love RPGs, JRPGs, and whatnot. So I'm really excited to see what this game has to offer. And it's award-winning. This thing, it's done all right for itself, right? The voice acting's supposed to be incredibly good. Of course, I'm a big sucker for good voice acting. Wouldn't mind getting into voice acting myself if I thought I'd be any good at it. Boils and blisters and peely off skin. There we go. I like it. 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 Now, what the hell did I do with my other Lope's eyes? Man, I cannot remember. It was either Yandon yellow or Cassandra yellow. And I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. I want to say it's this one, the more red one. We're gonna find out. And when it dries, I'll probably have to do some red highlights around the rim and a white or something on the little slit. But that's gonna have to dry first. All right, well, I know it's early again, an hour early, but I think this is where I'm gonna call it today. 3 hours, hey, it's more than I thought I'd get in today, if I'm honest. All right, so tomorrow and Thursday, we're, oh, Z's, seriously, dude. We're going to do the Clear Obscure 33 game. And then on Friday, we're gonna be doing the next Lantern Year, which is 4? I did 0, 1, we did 2, 3, and then yeah, I think we're 4. We're on 4. And I think there's a lot to look forward to this week with new stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow, again, bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern. And I believe I'm this much closer to narrowing down my summer hours. You know, those hours when the kids are not in school and I have to go full dad mode and, you know, drive kids to the park and the zoo and all that kind of stuff, which means I can't do my 10 to 2. So pretty sure it's going to be more in that 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time range, but I do not... but the days, it might be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. So yeah, we're just gonna see, because that, you know, that skews it. So, you know, if we go someplace for the weekend during summer break, that it's not gonna cut in so much, right? That kind of thing. So yeah, we're getting closer. We're narrowing it down, and I'm even working on doing some merch stuff. Like, so I can take a t-shirt or a hat or something to Gen Con with like 5 XP or something on it. I think that'd be fun. But anyway, if you guys want, hop in a Discord. The link is down here in Twitch. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, all your input for the campaign for Friday is appreciated. So thanks again, guys, for voting on the relationship or the partnership and stuff like that. Anyway, my brain is scattered. I'm gonna go have lunch, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, see you, Stickler.